Good afternoon, students. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. As I said previously already, that today I will discuss pressure and wind, this topic once again, because I know there's so many students, those who can't understood this particular topic previously, and I said I will repeat this once again to make you understand. So today I will discuss once again pressure and winds and how this affect the climate. Okay, so listen to this topic very carefully, and if you are having any query you can ask me. As I said, the pressure and wind, as we all know, India has a unique pressure and wind condition. Not in India only, in the whole world we are having a unique wind and pressure condition due to different reason, due to the different altitude, due to different latitude, okay, due to different position of water body, mountains. There are different types of physical feature, okay. So there are so many factors, so many reasons. Due to that, we are having a unique wind and pressure condition in not only in India, also in our world, okay. As I said, now wind moves from high pressure to low pressure. Always remember this thing very carefully, that wind always moves from high pressure to low pressure area. Never wind moves low pressure to high pressure, okay. Wind always moves from high pressure to low pressure. Now what is high pressure, what is low pressure zone? Now high pressure zone means the condition or the situation of that particular area is cool, okay. When there is less temperature or there is less sunlight, okay, so that area is full of wind or air, so that area equals to high pressure zone. What is low pressure zone? Now in an area, okay, when there is a huge sunlight or there is a huge temperature, so due to sunlight, that wind or air move upward direction. Due to high temperature, due to high sunlight, wind or air that will move upward direction. That area, okay, where we are having high temperature, high sunlight, that area is empty. Now there is no wind or air, so that particular area will known as low pressure zone, okay. So there is two pressure zone, it is high pressure zone and low pressure zone, okay. Always remember, there is high pressure zone and there is low pressure zone. So high pressure zone means what? Now high pressure zone means where we are having cool temperature, less sunlight, so there is full of wind or air pressure. That area will be known as high pressure zone. Low pressure area or low pressure zone means the area where we are having huge sunlight or huge temperature, and the area, the air of that area or the wind of that area is moved towards upward direction. That area will be known as low pressure zone, and that's why wind always moves from high pressure to low pressure zone, because in low pressure area there is no wind. In low pressure area there is no wind, and in high pressure area there is full of wind. In low pressure area there is no wind. In high pressure area there is full of wind. So who will provide whom the air? Automatically high pressure zone will provide air or wind to low pressure zone. That's why from high pressure zone always winds move towards low pressure zone. Okay. Now, as you can see, in summer, a low pressure area develops over interior Asia as well as over India. So it is mentioned in the summer season. As I said, low pressure zone we will see when we will have high temperature as well as high sunlight. So we are having this type of condition or this type of situation in summer season. Okay, so in summer season a low pressure area develops over Asia as well as over India, and as its result a low pressure system in our country as well as in the Southeast Asian countries. Okay, so due to this low pressure system, okay, what happens? It attracts southeast trade winds. Okay, it attracts southeast trade winds from the southern hemisphere. So when in Asian countries or in the northern hemisphere we are having summer season, automatically in southern hemisphere they are having winter season. Okay, when in northern hemisphere, okay, where we live, okay, when we are having summer season, in southern hemisphere they are having winter season. So they don't have high temperature and they don't have high sunlight, so they belongs to the category of high pressure zone. So they will provide us wind. So that's why southern hemisphere, when in India or in Asia we are facing summer season, in southern hemisphere they are having winter season. So southern hemisphere belongs to the category of high pressure zone. We, okay, belongs to the category of low pressure zone. So from southern hemisphere it's coming what? Now southeast trade winds enters India as well as Southeast Asian countries. See, those who are saying it's buffering, okay, here it is clear. Okay, I can see everything clear. Now it is okay to all of you. Okay. So up to here, is it clear that which hemisphere belongs to which category, from where in summer season we are getting wind? Is it clear to all of you? Okay, if it is not clear due to the buffering, I am going to repeat it again. Okay, like I said, wind always moves from high pressure to low pressure area. Clear? Now, which area known as high pressure zone? Now, high pressure zone means where there is less temperature, there is less sunlight. So it is, the area is full of wind or air. So that area will be known as high pressure zone. Low pressure zone means what? Now, the area where we are having high temperature as well as high sunlight. So the air due to the sunlight will move upward direction and the area will become empty due to the upward movement of wind. Due to sunlight, the area will become empty, so there will be no wind or air. So this type of area or zone or region is known as low pressure zone. So the next line, if you see, now in summer season a low pressure area develops over interior Asia as well as over India. Okay, so in Asia as well as in India, we are having low pressure zone during the summer season due to high sunlight. Okay, so automatically Asia belongs to northern hemisphere, which we all know. Asia or India belongs to northern hemisphere, that we all know. So automatically at the same time, where we are having the high pressure zone, now in southern hemisphere. In southern hemisphere, we will see we are having high pressure zone. Okay, so in southern hemisphere, where there is less temperature, there is less sunlight, so it means southern hemisphere belongs to the category of high pressure zone, and they are going to provide India as well as Asia wind. So that wind has a particular name. Okay, each and every wind is moving around the world, they are having a particular name. So the southern hemisphere, when a wind, okay, coming from southern hemisphere enters India as well as Southeast Asia, the name is southeast trade wind. Okay, now previously Rishi, I hope, okay, he asked me why the name is trade. As I said, because in ancient time where people, they don't have compass or they don't have any GPS tracker and all, okay, they always follow this type of wind to enter India as well as Asia. They always follow this type of wind, okay, to enter India or Asia. Why they follow this type of wind? Now because they are coming from different countries, okay, and they are coming why to India or Asia? To have trade, to have business with us. That's why it calls as trade winds. And why the name? Due to the direction. Due to the direction, it is southeast trade wind. Okay, due to the direction, it is southeast trade wind. Okay, now on crossing the equator, the trade winds due to the Coriolis force turn right side, the low pressure over India. Okay, now as I said, today I will discuss about Coriolis force. Okay, as I said, today I will discuss about Coriolis force. So what is Coriolis force? Okay, what is Coriolis force? The Coriolis force an effect whereby a mass moving in a rotating system experiences a force acting perpendicular to the direction of the motion and to the axis of the rotation. As I said previously also, now due to the rotation of the earth on its axis, it creates a force or an energy. Okay, so this energy is known as Coriolis force. Due to the rotation of the earth on its axis, okay, on its axis, okay, it creates a energy, okay, or a force this force or this energy is known as Coriolis force. Okay. So, first of all, we need to understand what is Coriolis force. First, what is Coriolis force we need to understand, and how this affect the entire wind movement. You need to understand. Okay. So, what is Coriolis force? Now, Coriolis force creates how? Now, due to the rotation of the earth on its axis. Okay, it creates an energy. This is Coriolis force. Okay, and on the earth the effect tends, okay, and due to this Coriolis force, okay, now from where to where Coriolis force moves? As we know, earth rotates from west to east. Earth rotates from west to east. As you can see this picture, I hope all of you can see this picture. As you can see, this is the western side, this is the eastern side, right? This is west, this is east. Now, earth always rotates from west to east. I hope this thing you know in your first chapter already. Always remember that earth rotates from west to east. So, due to the rotation of the earth on its axis, it creates the energy which is known as Coriolis force, and due to this Coriolis force, wind deflect. Due to the Coriolis force, wind deflect. It never moves straight. Due to this Coriolis force, wind never moves straight. Okay, as you can see, it is not straight. The direction or the arrow mark is not straight. Why? Because of the Coriolis force, because of this energy, wind never can go straight. Okay, it always deflects. Now, as you can see, here is mentioned, objects means wind deflects to the right in the northern hemisphere. Object deflects to the left in the southern hemisphere due to only Coriolis force. Due to only Coriolis force, wind always deflects towards right side in the northern hemisphere, as well as objects deflect towards left in the southern hemisphere due to only Coriolis force. Now, of course, one question will come that why there is two different direction in two different hemisphere. Okay, so as you can see, now the Coriolis force is zero in the equator. It is totally zero. Okay, due to the gravity. Okay, it is zero in the equator. It is zero. There is no Coriolis force working in equator. But as we will move towards more polar side, okay, you will get the maximum Coriolis force. You will feel the effect of maximum Coriolis force. Okay, so there is zero Coriolis force working in equator, and as we will move towards polar side, you will get maximum. You will understand the effect of maximum Coriolis force. Okay, so as you can see, equator, and it divides northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere, right? Equator, this is equator, it divides northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. So when we know Coriolis force is not working, there is zero Coriolis force in equator. Okay, now from equator we are moving towards northern polar side, and from the equator we are moving towards southern polar side. Now what we will see, now suppose this is straight. Okay, suppose this is straight. You are throwing, suppose it is a straight line. Wait 1 minute. as you can see, it is a straight line from the equator. Okay, from equator it's a straight line. Now if we are throwing something from equator, it is not going to work because there is no Coriolis force. But it is not going to go straight due to Coriolis force. If you are going to throw something from the equator, it's not going straight towards northern direction. It will go towards this direction. Okay, it is right angle side. Due to only Coriolis force this happened. It is straight, right? It is a straight line. If you are throwing something from the equator and you are facing towards northern hemisphere, it will never go straight. It will always go right direction. Okay, so this is the effect of Coriolis force. That's why when wind move towards northern hemisphere, the direction is always right angle side. It's always right angle side. Same way, if you are standing on equator and you are facing towards southern hemisphere, if you are standing in equator and you are facing towards southern hemisphere, okay, so from here again you will see now the face. Okay, if you are throwing something towards southern hemisphere, it will go left direction. It will go which direction? It will go left direction. Okay, as I said, this is the face. Okay, this is the face. So your face, okay, towards left side. Here in northern hemisphere, your face towards right side. In northern hemisphere, your face towards right side. In southern hemisphere, your face is towards left side. Okay, always remember this. Due to only Coriolis force this happened. Due to only Coriolis force this happened. Now in northern hemisphere, wind deflects towards right angle side. In southern hemisphere, wind deflects towards left angle side. And not only because of the Coriolis force, also because now earth rotates from west towards east. From west towards east. That's why if you think, okay ma'am, both the arrows are looking same. Sometimes students are having confusion that both the arrows are looking same. Both the arrows are looking same. But see, it is clockwise. Northern hemisphere arrow is clockwise and the southern hemisphere arrow is anti-clockwise. Okay. I hope this is clear to all of you. Up to here, anyone having any query, any question? Up to here, anyone having any query? Okay.